Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. I hope you're all doing okay today and that you're ready for some more A Requiem for Innocence. I don't know if you can hear it, but my voice is feeling very raspy at the moment. I don't really know what's going on. Like, it's been fine the whole day. I haven't felt anything weird in my throat. And now, just about like half an hour before this stream, my throat just started, oh, you're gonna stream today? How about not? So yeah, we will see how this will go, but I hope my voice will hold for it. But we'll see. But hopefully it will be fine, because I'm not sick or anything, like, so it should be fine. I don't know what my throat is doing. My throat has been weird ever since I was a kid. Just starting to hurt randomly, and like, yeah, it's living its own life, basically. Maybe you need a warm-up, sing something. No. No. Also, singing is very straining for my voice, I have noticed. Like, I have tried sometimes to actually sing good in my own time, just because I do enjoy singing. Yeah, I always feel very tired in my throat afterwards, so yeah, I think let's skip that. But I think it's a good idea to not drag out this intro for too long, in case my voice decides to give up. So let's jump into the game, shall we? Maybe we should have a recap. What happened yesterday? Let's see. The years passed, and Jacopo and Morgana has developed a sort of love-hate kind of friendship. And then we met the new bubbly, sparkly energy ball kind of girl, Jaren. And that's sort of where we left off. So yeah, that's what happened yesterday. Let's keep going. Okay, let's see how the sound is. There, I think it's good for me. I hope it's good for you guys as well. As the sun began to set and meal preparations were complete, the girls started to emerge from their rooms, a bustle forming in and around the kitchen. Some sluggishly rubbed their sleep from their eyes, while others complained about clients. Some took a moment for me to recognize in their casual clothes, sans makeup. Of the job and being themselves, they looked less like prostitutes and more like just ordinary girls. There were around 10 girls who actually stayed at the brothel, and another 10 or so who came in to work from outside. It was a fairly large-scale operation, at least in my eyes. Though there were a couple other smaller brothels in the slum, this was the one everyone directed anyone interested to first. Girls with nowhere else to go stayed here, and girls who did have a place to go back to stayed there. No one actually owned their own homes, though. They either lived with a man or shared a place with a few other girls. None of them had husbands or children. Supposedly there were those who did in this line of work, but it was rather uncommon. I scooped out servings of soup from the cauldron sitting over the fire, dishing it out to the girls as they came by. No one gave me any unpleasant looks at the sight of my face. They said, "Good morning," and smiled. Just like any other day. I whispered a greeting to each of them in turn, but given how noisy the kitchen was, it was unlikely any of them heard it. Oh boy, it sure is bouncing in here. I like me a place with some energy. I'm glad to hear that. It didn't take long for Jaren to start hitting it off with the other prostitutes. Her perky disposition was undeniably overdone, but everyone seemed to enjoy the positive attention she was giving them well enough. In almost no time at all, the girls were fawning over her. She's like a puppy. Once everyone had their food, they settled into their individual mealtime activities. The bland, watery soup was expectedly unpopular, even though everyone knew there was nothing that could be done about it. "This again?" several of them murmured, to which Maria stood up and chastised them, saying, "You should be grateful you got anything to eat at all." I know. And Morgana worked her butt off to make it for you. It's rude to complain. I'm sorry, really am. It ain't her cooking I'm complaining about. You know that, right? Don't you, Morgana? It doesn't bother me. And you're perfectly justified in being displeased. It's hardly nutritious enough to get you through the day. True enough, I guess. Would be great if we could get something with a little more oomph. Like a big old slab of meat. Whee! I love meat! Just thinking about it has me drooling. Meat! Meat! Bring on the meat! Save that drool for work, because that's the only meat you get here. I wonder, maybe I can pretend this root-looking thing is meat, and it'll actually taste like it. Meat! From the depths I summon thee! Meat! Chomp chomp! Nope, still not meat. No shit, genius. Meat. You don't like meat, Morgs? Now, you won't grow up to be big and strong if you're such a picky eater. I'm not picky about what I eat, no. All sustenance is a gift from God to man. I would never refuse his. Well, is the meat not to your liking then, Saint? Hear that, slave? The Saint says your brother tastes so bad it makes her retch. Ha 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 ha! You alright, Morgs? You're super pale. I'm just fine. It's been more than 2 years, and I still can't get that taste out of my mouth. No matter how hard I try to forget it. Sometimes when I'm awake, like just now, and sometimes as an awful nightmare. If you're not feeling good, maybe you should lay down. I'm fine, really. You sure? Maybe meat's out of the question, but some bread would sure be nice at least. God, yes, bread! Too bad supplies have been so scarce lately. It's all the damn Lord's fault. Not that a bunch of whores can do fuck all about it. Is the Lord really that bad of a guy? Oh, right. You haven't been here very long. You don't know what he's like. Yes, he's a terrible man. He oppresses his people and rejects the word of God. He's a cruel, heartless, barbaric madman. He deserves the strictest of judgments. So does everyone in the city hate him then? I doubt you will find a single person who thinks otherwise. Huh. Well, I hope he stops being the Lord soon then. What do you mean? I just mean it'd be nice if someone else could take over for him. Then he could just be a regular old guy. He wouldn't have to worry about running a city stuff. Everyone wins! It would be nice, yes, but... Wouldn't it? Pretty damn brilliant, aren't I? Even I know it's not that simple, and I'm only 11. How would a bunch of slum dwellers even begin to instate a new lord? Does she even think before speaking? Well damn, I was hoping to make it before breakfast time. Sorry about that, but I brought bread. Bread? Speak of the bloody devil! Here, toss it here! No, me first! Patience, please, you're acting like wild animals that haven't eaten in days. Look at you, Jacopo. You got girls fawning all over you. Don't just watch, help! And it's not me they're after, it's the bread. Touché. That said, pretty sorry batch you got for us today. You could probably crack someone's head open with this. There's no hope for the world if we've fallen so far that girls are tripping over each other to get their hands on this. You want fresh, soft bread? Well, start saving your coins. And until then, this is the best we can get. Let it soak in your soup for a bit, that should soften it up some. Though you should be grateful to have it at all. How much longer till I fall into a pile of money? Morgs, it's a man! There's a man here! I have eyes, thank you very much. Who is it? You know? Oh, is he a client? No, he's not. He's more... how should I put it? Someone who doesn't know how to keep his nose out of other people's business. Excuse me? Did your eyes fail to detect that I have ears? Eep! Here he comes. I haven't seen you around here before. New girl? You first, mister. Who are you? Since you came in through the back door, I'm guessing you work here. Something like that. Holy moly! I've never seen a male prostitute before. You. Me. Outside. Now. Whoa! Talk about aggressive. Inter-office romance never ends well, you know. Maria'll get really mad if she finds out. This ship is sinking before it even leaves the port. Two prostitutes in the throes of forbidden love, until one day an older client finds out and goes mad with rage. All of a sudden there's a knife in his hand, he swings and... Maria, what the hell is wrong with this new girl? I've never seen anyone with this much air inside her head. Ah, that's Jaren. She joined today. She's a bit off in the head, but she's a nice girl. I'm sure you get on just fine. Nice to meet ya! Wait, does that mean we have the boss's approval? It's crazy enough that they're running this place themselves, but to allow, no, cheer on a sinking ship. This place is out of this world. I love her, she's awesome. She would be a great fanfic writer, clearly. Yeah. She does have the gift. We just met 5 minutes ago, though. So how about we start as friends? Shut up and listen to me for a second, Shadowbox. Until I say otherwise, you are not to speak another word. You will listen to every last word I say and carve it into that empty skull of yours. Understood? And there you have it. I assist with the brother's operations, nothing more. I presume you've been told about how this place doesn't have a formal manager, so sometimes situations arise for which a man's presence is necessary. Yep. He may look like a scrawny dork, but it's actually surprisingly useful. Was that really necessary? Sorry, my bad. Slip of the tongue. Ha! Neato. So, have you two known each other a long time? You seem like you're pretty close. It was pretty much just the two of us fighting to survive for years. That's awesome! I love that kind of thing! To get it through thick and thin. Not too long ago, he and some other guys started up a band of peacekeepers, so he's been spending more of his time training up with them these days. That said, I guess it's not too bad knowing we got someone we can throw at troublemakers if need be. Ooh, peacekeepers! Sweet! You don't look like you put up much of a fight though, mister. You wanna test that theory? Maria, you need to teach this girl some damn manners. We'll be drowning in complaints if she treats patrons like this. I'll have you know, I butter my clients up so much they're a big slippery mess when I'm done with them. I'll be just fine, I promise. Oh, I bet they get slippery, but not from butter. Oh my god. What? That's not what I meant, I swear it. What are you getting all flustered for? You're a whore, just like the rest of us. On a somewhat related subject, where exactly did you pick up some of those mannerisms? Huh? Why do you ask? I seem pretty normal to me. It would be quicker to list the things about you that are normal than aren't. There's actually a majorly huge story behind that. Oh? Is that so? And what would that be? You weren't raised by wolves in the wilderness and never learned how to behave like a normal person, were you? You're not too far off, actually. When I was younger... Wait. You don't have to. No one's forcing you to say anything if you don't want to. I didn't grow up with my parents. I lived with a bunch of really nice men, and I learned a lot from them. I didn't even know my name until they told me. Pardon? I thought my name was Me till I was around 5, but then one of the nice men told me it was actually Jaren. He was super duper disappointed in me. Called me the dumbest broad I ever known. Talk about rude. But they kinda rubbed off on me. So that's probably what you're seeing. Well, that certainly is a story. Is that not good enough for you? I'll just say the nice man was absolutely right. How rude! It's genuinely concerning how stupid this girl is. Anyway, food time. I am stuffed. It's amazing how much of a difference a little bread makes. Glad you enjoyed it. 'Cause starting tomorrow you gotta work if you wanna eat. Aye, boss. Oh right, she'll be working here too. It almost slipped my mind. She seems like such an innocent girl, so far removed from carnal desire. Yet she'll be out there, selling her body, letting them put their filthy hands all over it. What's up, Morgs? You've been staring at my face something fierce. What? I was just admiring the unusual color of his skin. Ah, yeah! I'm not from around these parts. I'd like to go back home someday, but who knows if that will ever happen. Home. She did say she was taken from her home and sold off. I imagine that would make it difficult to go back. Speaking of, you and Jacopo look kinda similar skin color-wise. Do we? We're devs both on the darker side. I wish I had super pretty white skin like yours, boss. I appreciate the compliment, but most everyone around here is really fair. My skin's nothing special. Just because we both have tan skin doesn't necessarily mean we're from the same region. Where are you from, Jacky? Jacky? Pretty dang adorable nickname, ain't it? I would very much appreciate if you never called me that again. Aww, but it's so cute! Back to the question of where I'm from. I don't remember. In my earliest memories, I was already living here. Chances are things weren't great wherever it was, otherwise I would probably remember something. Oh darn, that's too bad. But you know, Jacky, maybe where you came from is close to where I came from. Go back a few generations and maybe we even share some family. I'd wager against you probably come from the same part of the world as me. If you go back far enough, you might even find we share ancestors. But who knows? I told you to stop calling me that. Though I suppose there's a chance you're right about that. Whee! That makes us family then, Jacky. Get off me. Let go, damn it. Well, well. She seems to have taken quite a liking to you. Why did I just think that I wished he had said that no, they weren't? Once it started getting dark out, the kitchen became a deserted wasteland. The girls went off to work, and he went home. The brothel was divided into two distinct work and living areas. If it weren't, and they used the whole building for business, I probably would have run off long ago. I had only ever been in the work area during the day, and though it was largely masked by the scent of various incenses burned through the night, it was filled with the unmistakable, raw stench of man. Cleaning it always put me in a dour mood. The corpses I gathered and buried were far less repulsive. In the living area, there was the kitchen, storage areas, and a large hall of sorts, which the girls used as a communal bedroom. They would stumble in after a long night of work and all sleep together like a big family. I made a point of sleeping off in the corner, which wasn't strictly necessary, since I slept while they worked, and vice versa. I could just never seem to make myself comfortable sleeping in the middle of such a big empty space. Today was slightly different though. I wasn't sleeping alone. Jaren was there, which I suppose shouldn't have surprised me. Let's sleep together, Morks. Absolutely not. Aw, why not? I dislike people putting their hands all over me. It makes me uncomfortable. Ah, I see. So what you're opposed to is snuggling, not sleeping together. And here I thought you didn't like me. I was about to cry. It's still too early to decide how I feel about you. We only met today. All the more reason we should sleep together. In what way does that make any sense? Simple. The best way to get to know me better is through some good old-fashioned spooning. Words have got nothing on plain physical contact. That's how you get to know what someone's really like on the inside. Your choice of words make that sound incredibly improper. Besides, I start work tomorrow, which means I probably won't get another chance to sleep with you for a while. So it's gotta be tonight. Please. Fine. But only if you agree to give me enough space. At least let me finish my sentence. Gotta get in there before you have a chance to change your mind. It feels like we've adopted a dog. I promise I'm 101% human. I never said you weren't, just that... Never mind. I take it back, it's not like we got a dog. It's like a tornado dropped in and made a horrible mess of my day. That's Jaren for you. You just wait. I'll crack that big old icy shell of yours soon, Morgs. Is that really how I come off? Out of curiosity, are you not afraid being so close to me? Huh? Why would I be? When you first saw my face, you thought it was caused by some kind of disease. Are you not concerned that still might be the case? And that, you might catch whatever it is? Well, you probably wouldn't be here if it was something contagious. As sweet as Maria is, she wouldn't keep you around if she thought you might get the other girl sick. And nobody else seemed all that concerned at breakfast. Which means whatever those marks on your face are, Morgs, they're probably not a danger to anybody else. I'm surprised. You actually have something resembling a functioning brain. Believe it or not, I'm super duper smart. Now that I know isn't true. But anyway, I'm talking more emotionally. You can logically understand that I probably don't pose any danger and still be uncomfortable, still want to keep your distance. I know several of the girls do, and I can't blame them either. They need to be healthy to work, to make their living. There's nothing wrong with wanting to avoid any potential risk, no matter how small. Or perhaps they don't even realize they're doing it themselves, in which case there's nothing anyone can do. I'm not sure how much help I can be, since I don't really get why anyone would want to keep their distance from you. But I don't think it's that hopeless. If they don't realize they're doing it, then you just have to open their eyes. Easy peasy. Make them realize. And then tell them, stop trying to avoid me. You had the right to at least that much. I really think you need to be a little more assertive, Morgs. No one's gonna get mad if you stick up for yourself every once in a while. But they will, though. What? Who will? All man's suffering is purposeful. It is all part of God's plan. His trials for us on this earth. He would be very displeased if I were to turn my back on his plan for me. I really think you're overthinking it, Morgs. Less on fun things mean more room for fun things, and more fun things is always better. Would you call your life fun? Huh? You were taken from your home, and now you work as a prostitute in the slums of a strange country. Do you call that fun? It just seems depressing to me. Nope, I'm perfectly happy. Not a sorrow in the world. Has there been a single day in my life I felt sad or depressed or like life sucks? I mean, sure, there are days when I think it'd be nice to see my mom again. But I don't really have time to worry about anything other than the here and now. And as far as I'm concerned, now is always the best time of my life. Don't got any room to feel bad about anything. I see. Would it be very nice to feel like her, like not have any sorrows in the world and just live here now and be perfectly happy? I wish I could be like that, but I am very much an overthinker, like thinking about the past, thinking about the future, always worrying. But I do believe that her point of view is actually more healthy. I mean, I wish everyone could have 10% of that, but reality is a thing too. Yeah, that's very true. But I believe if you are more like Jaren, you are probably happier. You're quite the optimist. So much it almost burns. I consider myself lucky to have ended up at this brothel. Everyone's amazing. I know I'm worried about anything people would actually get hurt because planes would crash and whatnot. If no one, yeah, exactly. People like that tend to get abused, used. Yeah, also true. Like, it's not really realistic, but I still feel like we could, most people probably, be happier from being more positive. I try to be like a bit more positive in my life. Doesn't always work though. My great migration is 90% done. Time to my usual Zoom catch up. Okay, welcome Quill, welcome. Glad to have you here. And I'm glad that it's going well for you as well. Then I pray you'll find yourself at home here. Aw, you're kinda sweet, Morgs. Kind of. Slip of the tongue. You're always sweet. So hey, Morgs, how'd you end up here a couple of years back? I was thrown into a carriage by a strange man and brought here, with no chance of ever returning. Not taken, but sold. Though ultimately the difference is insignificant. You were? I came for a similar route as you. Oh, ha! Guess that makes us peas in a pod. Not at all, or anything but. I'm nowhere near as optimistic as her. Never mind energetic and cheerful. No, don't be foolish, Morgana. That's not why we're not alike. It's because I'm God's chosen daughter. I have absolutely no reason to feel inferior to a mere prostitute. We're nothing alike, and we must never be. You're so warm, Morgs. I'm gonna sleep great tonight. I'm such a disgrace. Lord Bonnier, we are all very much interested in seeing the saint's miraculous power for ourselves. Oh great, she's having nightmares now, isn't she? I knew it would not be long before someone asked. We're much too healthy to see the effects of the miracle in ourselves after all. Which, of course, is anything but a problem. Falling ill would only serve to interfere with our ability to enjoy these feasts. Well said, my lord. Which is why I have arranged for a most fortuitous oh my god, fortuitous slave to have the miracle performed upon. Bring him in. Yes, sir. As you can see, this slave is on the verge of death. He can hardly even walk on his own 2 feet. Under any other circumstances, I would keep such an unseemly thing out of sight so as to not tarnish your festive mood, my guests. But I believe he will serve as a fine sample on which to test the miracle's efficacy. Morse, I'm so much better than you that I'm getting depressed about it. I don't think that's what she's feeling. She is conflicted. Like, she is obviously very broken down from all bad things that has happened to her without really having been able to sort it through. So she suffers very much from PTSD and all of that, and probably could be depression as well. Probably, I wouldn't be surprised. Well. I'm losing my train of thought here. But her saint identity is not something that she wants necessarily. It has only brought her pain, but she's so determined to keep that because it is the only part of her that she feels is worth something, I guess. But it's only causing her pain, and when she sees Jaren being such a normal, happy girl with no worries in the world, despite what she's been through, that of course makes Morgana think a lot about her own situation and why she isn't like that, and yeah, so that's at least my view on it. He wants to test my miracle. Rejoice, slave. Good fortune shines upon you. You heard me, daughter of God. This poor slave is in need of your assistance. Give unto him your blessing, if you would be so gracious. I don't care how you try to dress it up, Lord. My miracle is not a show for your parties. Oh my, so you refuse to heal him then? After making such a scene about how your blood is for the sick, the poor, and the suffering at that. Even a saint's dignity has its limits, I understand. You don't want to be sullied by this filthy old slave. I never said any such thing. Then you know what you must do. Do not make me intervene, daughter of God. I am asking you to do this out of respect. I would happily give my blood for that man. I knew you would come around. Let's see, where should we let your blood from? I see no point in wasting unmarred flesh for a mere slave. Your fingertip will do nicely. He can drink the blood directly from the cut. Because I certainly don't have any goblets to spare for him. Let us begin then, shall we, O daughter of God? Drink, slave. Suck upon the blood that spills from her finger. Do not let even a single drop go to waste. Tell me, slave, has your ailment been remedied? If it has, leap into the air for my guests. I'm cured, my lord. Behold, I am cured. Ooh, splendid, an undeniable miracle. Look, my lord, I'm cured. I'm in better shape than ever. We've seen more than enough. Stop hopping about like a filthy swamp toad. Yes, my lord. You are dismissed, slave. But first, give your thanks to the saint and all my guests who bore witness to your miraculous recovery. Thank you so much, sirs and madams. Thank you so much, O holy saint. And now that you've borne witness to the blood's power, I'm sure you are eager to try some for yourselves. Most certainly, my lord. With such a potent elixir, our good health is all but assured. Indubitably. Please, stop this. Do not take any more of my blood. I'm begging. Ah! I've lost too much blood. I can barely think straight. I suppose I might have overdone it today. You did not come cheap, Saint, so I won't have you dying on me until you at least provided your gross worth of entertainment. Your actions are an affront to God. My miracles are only for those in need. Is that the only thing you know how to say? I've grown rather tired of hearing it. I will gladly offer my blood for any other ailing slaves, but you and your guests are perfectly healthy. You're caught up to Jacopo meeting Jaron? Yeah, that part is amazing. Was that a real healing or an act? I would guess it was an act, because we do know that like her blood probably doesn't have any healing powers, like it's only a placebo. We learned that from the first game, so probably just an act. You are merely squandering God's gift on yourselves. Ha! You foolish little girl. What? Let me tell you something, Saint. I don't believe in your miracles. How can you say that? After seeing that slave boy drink my blood and be healed? What more proof do you need? It was all a show. Well, there we have it. It's, yeah. It's only an act. Maybe the slave was a starving vampire. Yeah, wrong story for that, I think. Fata Morgana is more based in realism. Like, it has some magical aspects, clearly, but it's not a lot of them. What? I told him to feign being ill and cured, or I would send him to the deepest chambers of the dungeon. Even a dog will wear cat skin if his life depends on it. So, what did you think of his performance? Impressive, no? Why do you keep taking my blood? All I and my guests desire is a good time. You are nothing more than an exhibit for our entertainment. No. You're wrong. My blood does have miraculous powers. I proved it. Back at the village. It hardly matters either way. Whether you're a saint or a lovely peasant girl is inconsequential. All that matters is that you continue to play the role of a saint. What's the matter? Are you disappointed? Upset? You're welcome to cry. Wailing, gnash your teeth like a sniveling little child. That would be entertaining in its own right. Shout at the top of your lungs that you are not a saint, that it was all an act, and beg to be set free. Who knows? Perhaps they might lose interest in you then. I am the daughter of God. I will never claim otherwise. I see. Then nothing changes. You will continue to offer your body and spirit to my feasts. Why are you so insistent on remaining a saint, Morgana? Is that Mother's voice? What do you have to gain from handing out blessings for nothing? It is my sacred responsibility, as a daughter of God, to help all those in need. How noble of you, Morgana. How honorable to not cast aside your duty in the face of such misery. It is the reason I was placed upon this earth. But tell me this, are your offerings genuinely altruistic? What? Are they, Morgana? Ooh. We know those eyes, I think the white-haired girl is starting to get a place in your head. Or starting to develop, rather. Or do you simply do it out of a desire to call yourself benevolent? When the people of your village sang your praises, when you crushed the man who accused Mother of being a charlatan, you reveled in it. I did not. There's nothing wrong with that, though. It's a perfectly normal reaction. Having pride and feeling a sense of superiority are perfectly human emotions, especially in a child as young as you. The reason you feel shame about your pride, however, is the very source of that pride, your identity as the daughter of God. Free yourself from those chains and the guilt they cause you. Go back to being an ordinary little girl. You can do that. Remove the chains and pass them on to me. No! Hands off, you silly. What an awful nightmare. Dreaming about my time at the Lord's Manor is bad enough. But go back to being an ordinary little girl? No, absolutely not. That is not an option. My whole life would become meaningless if I were to do that. Not that I could ever call myself normal with a face like this. There's nothing ordinary about me. If I were to lose my position as the daughter of God, I would be nothing but a hideous child. Good old-fashioned spooning to become friends, yeah. In about a week's time, Jaren had made herself thoroughly at home at the brothel. She had evidently found herself quite a few fans among the clientele, some of whom came specifically to see her. Most found her peculiar, hyper-energetic disposition overwhelming at first, but quickly warmed up to her. Not a single person seemed to dislike her, at least among those I came in contact with. Her second week, Jaren started branching out beyond the brothel. On her days off, she would go down to the pub and sing for the audience on a makeshift stage of tables. Her first day performing, she dragged me with her, claiming she was too nervous to go alone. So I sat in the corner as she sang. Everyone was quite surprised at how well she could sing, and they were particularly drawn to her unfamiliar melodies. Perhaps they were songs from her home country, or perhaps she had picked them up elsewhere. But regardless, her music and exotic appearance made for an enchanting performance. When it was over, the audience roared with applause, and I was convinced she was a much better choice to sing for them than me. By her third week, even Maria had begun to come around. At first, the most approval Jaren could squeeze out of Maria was an exasperated sigh at something dumb she said or something careless she did. But as her popularity grew, and with it, the customer base, Maria softened up. "Man, am I glad to have you working here," she said with a big grin, patting Jaren on the back. To me, Maria's motivation seemed rather shallow, but considering she ran the brothel in all but name, it should have come as little surprise that she was so easily swayed by money. "4 weeks after her arrival, there was no one around who didn't know Jaren. The peacekeepers had all taken quite a liking to her as well, particularly the number 1 man, the big one whose name I had trouble remembering. Whenever he ran into her, he would say, "Hey there, Jaren, I'm fresh out of coin, but you want to spend the night together?" "No money, no business." "Bah, don't be such a killjoy." All the men in my life, in fact, had warmed up quite noticeably to her, including him. At meals there was seldom a quiet moment. I wonder if it's supposed to be... Is it supposed to be quiet? Because I don't have any music. Do you guys have music? I'm not sure if this is, like, how it's supposed to be or if something's wrong. And there was nothing wrong with that. I guess we'll see when we change to a different, like, scene. I should have been pleased to see everyone so merry. I should have been happy. I should have celebrated their joy. But by the time a full month had passed, I found myself avoiding Jaren at every opportunity. Okay, we have sound. It was supposed to be quiet. Huh? Who could that be at this hour? I'm coming. Calm the hell down. Good morning, Jacky. Wait! Don't close the door on me. I'm bad enough with mornings as it is. The last thing I need to start my day with is a human noisemaker. Now that's not very nice. I thought we were friends, Jacky. I'm here on business too, not to play around. Christ, fine. What business? And make it quick. House call. Wait! You didn't even let me finish before you started closing the door. First, you don't even do house calls. Second, it's past closing hours. Jeez, you're no fun. Maybe I'll start calling you Jacky Joke Killer. Can't you at least play along for a bit before shooting it down? Why am I the one being criticized? It's way too early for this shit. I'll have you know, I've never been fun. That's true. You're about as much fun as a virgin client. What did you just call me? Whee! You opened the door! Ugh. So, seriously, what are you here for? Obviously not a house call. But, well, if you want, I can make it one. Not a chance in hell. Get to the point, now, before I toss you into the latrine. Now, calm yourself. As someone famous once might have said, every minute angry is a day of your life. And who do you think is making me so angry? Anyways, Maria needs some supplies acquired urgently. Looking for someplace willing to part with some lumber. Free, if possible. Lumber? What for? Lost a floorboard last night. You did? What, did someone get a little too into it? Oh man, you have no idea! This big old gorilla of a guy comes in snarling like he wants to eat us alive. He starts getting it on and bangs that hole in the floor. No joke! And it doesn't stop either. All the girls are taking turns with him, because just one's not enough to keep up. The place is howling all night long. Wow. Sounds like quite a strenuous night. Yep, sure would be, if it really happened. Truth is, it was just an old rotten board. I swear to God, girl. I'm never going to get that image out of my head either. Aw, you're blushing, Jacky. You never know you were a regular at the whorehouse. I'm not a regular, and you damn well know it. Why are you even coming to me to ask for help anyway? Surely you can handle a little shopping trip on your own. Yeah, kinda figured you'd say that. Thought it wouldn't hurt to ask though. Okay, I'm out of here then. It's past closing hours. I said as much myself a moment ago. She just got off work and she's visibly exhausted. But wait, it's fine, I'll take care of it. You go back and get some rest. You're so sweet, Jacky. Maria was totally right. If pressuring him doesn't work, pull back. Act defeated and he'll fall quicker than that floorboard. Damn you, Maria. Okay, so that was all you needed, right? You're done here? Or was there something else? I just got off work and I'm super crazy tired, but I fought through it and came all the way out here. And? So just maybe you should be offering me a drink. Or 10. Okay, fine. You win. It's not like you'll back down if I tell you no anyway. Come on in, sit wherever. Whee! So, tell me something, Jaren. How much longer are you planning on working at the brothel? Huh? Where'd that come from? Just curious. Sounds kind of like you don't want me there. I never said that. In fact, your presence has been quite a boon. Maria's very pleased with the uptick in business. Then why do you ask? Because it's not a line of work anyone should be in for longer than necessary. Ah. Are you still struggling with money? Actually, I don't have anything I need to pay back anymore. Now I'm just saving up for myself. All the more reason you should consider getting out. Find some way you can put one of your other talents to use. I don't know. I'm not really overflowing with talent. I can think of one at least. Your performances at the pub. They're always a huge hit. Singing isn't the most stable of careers now, but neither is prostitution. So if you were to choose, I'd say you may be better off going with the one that's easier on your body. Me, a singer. Maria and the girls are so good to me though, and I feel awful hopping off the boat after only 1 month. You can't put yourself second to some feeling of indebtedness. It's your life and your body to take care of. It's no one's responsibility but your own. You become quite suspicious of that girl? Well, I think she's cute. You were suspicious of Giselle too, Fia. Do what you think is best for yourself, not what you think you should be doing for others. What's so funny? For all you try to pretend otherwise, deep down, you're a real sweet guy, Jacky. I'm just telling you what the logical thing to do in this situation is. Most logical businessmen wouldn't try to chase after workers. They'd work him till there's nothing left. Fia does not like cute. But that's just how it is. Prostitutes are a dime a dozen. In the grand scheme of things, they're not important enough to fret about, because you can replace them easy. I suppose. But you know this brothel is different. Maria and I don't have a manager to answer to. No greedy bastard running the place, intent on working everyone to the bone. It was built up by the girls, so as one of the girls yourself, I'm sure to respect whatever decision you make. Maria values your opinion too. Yeah, she said the same thing when I first showed up, that it's not a job you keep for very long. Oh yeah, she's cute alright, but it kind of feels like she's plotting against Morgana for some reason. Well, I don't know. I mean, I do know, but I'm trying to act like I don't, like if I'm playing it for the first time or something. Not really, but I'm trying to think back at what I thought, like when I was playing it for the first time, and I did not feel that way about her. I just thought she was very cute, and I still think she's very, very cute and sweet. So yeah. But we'll see what the story has in line for her. I'll give it some thought. I'm glad. It never even occurred to me that I could make a living singing. Well, actually, I don't think it ever occurred to me to think about my future much at all. You're a good guy, Jacky, and Maria is a good boss. We're just doing what anyone else would. So, I generally try not to pry, but I've been wondering, where were you before you came here? What? Wow, you're really talkative today, Jacky. I'm just in an inquisitive mood. It's been nagging at me for a while now. How low our threshold for satisfaction seemed to be. I mean, out here everyone learns to be happy with what they can get, but Jaren in particular feels a bit extreme. You already know about how I was abducted, right? Yeah, that I've heard about. Twice, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. First time was when I was real little. Though I wasn't targeted, it was during a raid. A couple of bandits busted in, killed my mom and dad as I watched. They spared me, luckily. Sold me off to work in the field somewhere as a slave instead. And one day, while I was out on a supply run, I got swiped up and sold off again. Wasn't until about 2 years back when I started working as a prostitute. Was in a different city for a while, then I ended up here. And that about covers it. What's wrong, Jacky? I just wasn't expecting something quite so bleak. You never guessed from how she acted. Well, pretty much everyone in the slums has their own sad story, don't they? Some more than others, maybe. Luckily, I never had a bad master. Everyone was really nice. I always had food and a place to sleep. So I never felt like I had it bad. I think that more than qualifies as having it bad. Oh? Have you never felt like you got the short end of the stick? I don't even know what the stick looks like, never mind which end is the short one. Well, I'll tell you, it's the one you were giving. Your parents were murdered, your life suddenly turned upside down. Some strange man decided you were worth this much money, selling you into slavery. You should be furious. You think you're happy right now, but let me tell you this, there's not a damn scrap of happiness to be found down here at the bottom of the ladder. It's not until you're a few rungs up, when you're not living on scraps and treated like garbage, that you find anything resembling real happiness. I don't know about that. As far as I'm concerned, if I'm enjoying myself, I'm happy. Doesn't matter if I'm rich or poor, or hungry or what. Sorry for losing my cool like that. It's not my place to decide what you are and aren't allowed to be happy about. You wanna climb higher up the ladder, Jacky? I can't imagine there's anyone who doesn't. Is that ice cream truck? I think it was the ice cream truck. She has a pointer. The chase keeps a lot of people unhappy, I think. Yeah, very true. Like I said before, I do think that having a little bit more of Jaren's perspective on things is probably healthy. Like, she is a bit extreme, but we could all try to like be happier with what we have, and we would, well, probably be a lot healthier mentally. I thought the ice cream truck arrived on Wednesdays. I have no idea when the ice cream trucks arrive. I just heard something, but I don't know. Maybe I'm going crazy. I can't imagine there's anyone who doesn't. Except you. Except you just told me you were satisfied right where you are, so I guess that proves me wrong. But I can tell you that me and the gang are thoroughly through putting up with the status quo. We're holding on well enough for the time being because we're young and healthy, but here in the slums, that's only worth so much. Huh. Honestly, I can't even think more than a few minutes ahead, so I've never really been concerned about my future. But I think the future you guys are shooting for sounds pretty great. I hope you succeed in creating your utopia. I wouldn't go so far as to call it that. That's basically what it is though, right? You're trying to make the world a place where everyone's equal. Where everyone's got plenty of money and can go see a doctor when they get sick. Where no one starves to death or gets sold into slavery, right? Sounds pretty sweet. I'm rooting for ya. Hi Eldrin, welcome, welcome. My goals are hardly so noble. Say what? Nothing. I agree, that would be a nice world to live in. What's up? Well, we are playing more a Requiem for Innocence, which is the prequel story to A House in Fata Morgana. And other than that, my throat is acting up as it always seems to do during the streams, but I have been reading out loud now for a while and it feels like it's starting to at least feel a bit better, so I'm hoping it will hold for a little while more. But I'm feeling pretty good today. Been working from home, so... Yeah, I know I'm pretty small on screen. It's because I try to cover as little as possible of the text to not be in the way so much. When I play other games that it isn't as important what I cover, then I tend to be a bit bigger. So, yeah. How are you, by the way? Are you having a good day? Nothing. I agree. That would be a nice world to live in. My dissatisfaction doesn't arise from concern for the world or others. I'm hardly so selfless. Oh right! I just remembered something super duper important, Jacky. And that is... it's almost midsummer, which means festival time. You're fine, but you don't know. I'm not good, but not feeling too bad either. It's just okay. But, well, okay is better than bad at least, so I'm glad that you're feeling okay. And I hope that, that you will enjoy your stay here and be able to relax for a bit with this story. So, yeah, just feel welcome here. Alright, that is happening, isn't it? I wanna go! What's stopping you? No. Wrong answer. Learn to read between the lines, Jacky. I want to go with everyone! That's about what I expected her to say. Gather all the girls at the brothel, your peacekeeper bros. Get everyone together and join the festivities. That seems like a bit too large of a group. Okay, then we can limit it to just the cool people. Either way. You know, that might not be such a bad idea. Whoa! Is the world ending? I didn't expect you to say yes so quickly. You wanna say that one more time, girlie? I was sure you were gonna get all huffy and fight me over it for at least half an hour. You cut up. Welcome to the present time, Quill. A bunch of slum dwellers going into the city proper is only asking for misery. Unless you enjoy being treated like rats, you would be better off celebrating at a pub with people you know. And on and on and on. Is that what she thinks I sound like? I won't pretend I'm thrilled about the idea, but I have also never taken her to a festival before, which is why I thought it might be worth considering. You mean Morgs? Morgs? Morgana will never speak to me again if I ever call her that. Yes, Morgana. Seems to me like you're especially nice to her, Jacky. You got a crush on her or something? You falling head over heels for her? Excuse me? Who in their right mind would fall for a child that young? You can't deny you care about her though. You wouldn't do as much as you do for her if you didn't. And I never said I didn't care for her. These two look like they're ready to start an adventuring party. He looks like a novice rogue and she looks like, I don't know, bard. Now they need an overly serious or enthusiastic paladin and scholarly mage. Well, not quite, not quite. He is, well, he's a slum rat and she is a prostitute. But she does sing, so I guess that qualifies for at least a bit bard qualities. And we're back to this again. We can get a barbarian and sorcerer if that works. Morgana can be the paladin that becomes a warlock. Oh god. She just... I'm pretty sure she doesn't have anyone else. So someone's gotta look after her. Oh, so she's like a little sister to you. I'm pretty sure she doesn't see me the same way though. Yeah, I think she hit it right on the nose there. I imagine this is about what it would be like if I had a sister. Anyway, Morgs means a lot to you. That much is obvious to anyone. Oathbreaker paladin maybe, yeah. So, how about you ask her if she wants to come to the festival? You live with her. It would be much simpler if you did it. She's been kind of keeping her distance lately. Oh? Did something happen between you two? Nothing I can think of. Maybe she feels like when I showed up, I invaded her territory. And she doesn't like me because she doesn't feel as much at home anymore. So she's being sulky. I didn't realize she was capable of getting moody. Jacky! That's being super superficial, you know. Sure, she can be a pretty tough nut to crack. But she is an 11-year-old girl. She gets happy and sad and upset as much as anyone else. Try as I might, I simply can't envision it. So you ask her to come, Jacky. Put your heart and soul into it. You get her there and we'll have fun at the festival. And it'll smooth everything out between me and her. Putting my heart and soul into it might be counterproductive. But sure, I'll see if she's interested when I go to apply her ointment today. Thanks a bunch. Well, I shall get back. Catch you later, Jacky. Take care. Aye aye. Morgana, sulking and avoiding Jaren. Now, there's an unexpected development. Or maybe I'm just not paying enough attention. Anyway, I should head out and take care of business. So he's a healer, cleric maybe. Well, yeah, maybe. Alchemist artificer since ointment. I'm gonna leave you guys to discuss that for a while. I need to take a short stretchy bathroom break. We have been going for quite a while now, so More like has not zero medicine skill. Well, yeah, true. So yeah, I'm going to go to the bathroom and stretch for a bit. I do recommend that you all stretch as well. It is good for you. You know the drill. Don't go anywhere, and we'll see each other soon. So, talk to you in a bit. Alright, I am back. I also took out some bacon from the freezer for my dinner. So hopefully it will be all ready to cook when I'm done here. We'll see. Or it might take a while longer for it actually, but I'm just happy I remembered it. So yeah. I hope your stretchy time went well, or if you did something else. I'm gonna see if you have written anything special here in chat before we move on. Went an hour hike with heavy lifting. Oh, well, then it's probably extra good to stretch. Body's too sore after exercising for you to stretch, Eldrin. I see. I can understand that, but I do think it's good, even, especially like if you have exercised, but yeah. And as you say, also before is also good, so yeah. From past experience, it's before and after. Yeah, I think so too. Like, I'm no expert in any way. I work out way too little, and I do tend to skip stretching as well. So yeah, I am no workout coach here. Warm up and cool down important. Yeah, well, yeah, it is. And it's perfectly fine that you just want to relax, Eldrin. Perfectly fine. And you are starting to wake up from medicine day. That's good. It's about time, maybe. I see. I take a look at the time. It's starting to get a bit much, so I don't think for how much longer we will keep going. I don't know exactly Like, I have an image of the... Here's the thing. I know the main game, I know pretty much, like, line by line almost. Not really, but I know it very well, like, where is a good place to pause and stuff like that. Whereas here, I don't really know as much. I know sort of what's events to expect, but not like in which order or how long and stuff like that. Last scene or two? Yeah, we are going to keep going. I'm not trying to end it immediately here. But I think, because they are going to have like the Midsummer Festival, so I think when we get to that, we will probably end it there, because that one is a bit longer, I feel like. It's like its own little mini chapter. And I don't want to stress through it, so we keep going for a bit more and see how far we get. But if we get to the Midsummer Festival, then that's where we stop. Or if we don't get there, well, then we just see how far we can go with the time we have. Sound good? It's not like you have any choice. I'm deciding. I'm the streamer. Pro streamer mode, take a break then end. Yeah. I wasn't realizing that the time was so much, but I felt like I had to stretch, so yeah. But anyway, let's keep going, shall we? Excuse me? No, absolutely not. You could at least pretend to consider the offer. It's not even worth dignifying with an act. Why would you even think inviting me was a good idea anyway? Seems perfectly reasonable to me. There's no harm in changing things up once in a while. Give yourself a little break from spending every day in this depressing little graveyard. The very prospect of attending a festival is considerably more depressing. Come on, it could be fun. Don't dismiss it without... Look at my face. Surely you're not so foolish as to not realize it would mean exposing myself. My face! The heavens know how many strangers. You're right, I'm not. There'll be so many people there, and everyone will be caught up in the festivities. No one's going to bother stopping to scrutinize some random girl's face. I'd say you're likely to get significantly less attention in such a crowd. Like they say, the best place to hide a leaf is in the forest. Of course, I don't think you should be afraid to go out any day, festival or not. As far as I'm concerned, there's no reason for you to hide your face at all. That's easy for you to say. That's not my intention. I understand how significant an issue it is for you. But this festival is once a year thing, and... Where is this even coming from anyway? What possessed you to suddenly ask me to the festival? Well, you know. I don't know. It was Jaren's idea. By the way, I'm kinda hard for the next month because my DM got in touch with the group and it seems like it's time to clean the dust of my character sheet. Oh, that sounds nice. Very exciting indeed. What? Jaren's idea? She dropped by this morning and after making quite a racket, she brought up the upcoming festival. So, you're saying you're inviting me because Jaren asked you to? Well, I mean, the biggest reason is because you weren't in any condition to participate in an event like this the last couple of years. So I wanted you to experience it this year. Enough, please. This is all for Jaren, isn't it? What? She's concerned because I haven't been speaking with her much lately, right? Well, yeah, she is, but that's not what I... Okay, I'll go. Really? Yes, for Jaren. I feel guilty knowing I caused her so much distress. I'm dead weight at the brothel as it is. The last thing I want is to make things even worse by being a source of worry. So I will go to the festival. Morgana, I don't think anyone wants you to go out of some sense of obligation. Actually surprised? Yeah. I didn't expect that either. If that's all, then go. You're done applying the ointment, aren't you? Morgana, please. Go. She's so moody. Yeah, definitely. She has reason to be though. Like she has been through basically hell her whole life, so it's no wonder she has like developed an attitude. What's gotten into you? Why are you so upset? I am not upset. Now please, go away. I beg to differ. Okay, I'll leave. Just remember, the festival's there for you to enjoy it, alright? I'll remind you when the day draws closer. I definitely went about that the wrong way, huh? I hoped her mood would improve by the time the festival came around, but unsurprisingly, my hopes weren't enough to change anything, and Morgana remained distant. She had always been a sullen, aloof girl, but when she was really upset, she completely closed herself off. Day after awkward day crawled by, and I soon began to wonder if inviting her had been a mistake. But after all that, I couldn't just march up to her and say, "Never mind, we're not going." So I was left to endure a long, uncomfortable week, until the day of the Midsummer Festival commenced. Alright, we were closer than I thought we were. But I do think that this is a good place to stop, because we don't really have that much time left, and yeah, I don't want to split up this part. This part is good from what I remember, so we are ending it here. There, changing the screen. Morgana is breaking your heart, Quill. Yeah, same. This game is breaking my heart. My halfling tiefra would just put her out of her misery, just saying, "No, no, she's a sweet girl. She's just been through a lot. Like, she deserves hugs, not being put out of her misery." Don't bug me. I'm just saying what my character in D&D would do. Well, yeah, I can understand. I can understand. But she's a complicated girl, but inside she is very sweet. But yeah, she has definitely developed an attitude, like a sort of defense mechanism to everything that she has been going through in her life. Like being, like her life, first being like put into a role as a child, like being the daughter of God and having to like sacrifice herself, giving her blood to the sick and needy, then being sold off, or first overhearing like her mother don't even like really love her, and that putting thoughts in her head, then being sold off by her mother, and then being tortured for years. Like, yeah, it's amazing that she is so good as she actually is. Honestly. That's what my character would do, is the curse of any RPG. Well, yeah. That was actually quite hard when I was playing Baldur's Gate 3 to like try to think what my character would do and not what I would do. They were not really the same, and I am very much a goody two-shoes, and my character was not, and it was kind of conflicting, not gonna lie. She deserves much love and support until she can accept hugs. Like Eldrin, yeah. Yeah, I agree. She deserves all the love and support. Sadly, we do know where this story is heading. Since this is the prequel to the house in Fata Morgana, we know where she will end up. We know what more atrocities will be done to her, and yeah. More pain down for her, and it's really so sad, because I keep remembering what I said that yesterday, like reading this story so close back to back from the main game, it hits a lot different, because her words really still is in my head, like these 4 years that she spent at the brothel were the happiest of her life, where she learned that humans had a capability of kindness and all that. She was on her way of healing, and then the raid happened, and then, well, Tower. So yeah, it's very painful, like seeing these happy times and seeing what could have been, and it just hurts so much, and so good. I love this game so much. Just amazing, really. I mean, more people sometimes do stuff to other player characters without consent. That's what my character would do. Yeah, well, that's true. My evil hexblade would just make suffer her more. I needed to make evil character for evil one shot, and in the end, the one shot never came to be. I see. Yeah, I do want to. If we're speaking, like, I have never played D&D specifically. I don't think I ever will be. I'm not gonna say never, but I don't think so. But at least I have played Baldur's Gate 3, which is like close enough, I guess. I want to do Dark Urge, and I'm not sure like if I want to be like evil Dark Urge or if I want to be like trying to resist it. Yeah, I can imagine D&D being a lot of fun. It's just that it is like a very time-consuming activity, and time is something I don't have a lot of. So yeah, that's why I'm a bit thinking that I might never get to it. Because yeah, time is a big problem for me. I never have enough, it seems like. But yeah, back to this story. As I said, I love this story because it really is so good and so well written, and I really do enjoy reading this story so close to the main game, because it really gives it a different light, I feel. Because both times I read it before, it has been very separate from the main game, and it hasn't hit as hard as it does now. So yeah, you're definitely going to be good Dark Earth next time you play Baldur's Gate 3. Yeah, I do think that could be quite an interesting story. So I'm also leaning on being good, but I also kind of want to play evil one day. But oh well, we'll see what happens. It's quite far off. I feel like I have too many games on my list before I can replay Baldur's Gate. In an evil one-shot, one player tried to get my character killed because the racism that was shocked when I left the one-shot. Aw, I see. That doesn't sound too great, actually. Let me think. I'm trying to think. Is there something I need to bring up? Well, I can bring up the usual. The next stream will be on Thursday, and I will play Final Fantasy VII. We are getting close to the end of Disc 1, I feel like, if I'm remembering like correctly. So that will be interesting. We'll see how far we get. I do think we are on our way to like the Temple of the Ancients, because they haven't been speaking about it, but we will see. And then also there is the 50 subscriber celebration on Sunday, which I am very excited about. I will have a Q&A and like some games to play with you in chat, or not video games, but like a little fun bookish kind of guessing game. And also I'm planning a little bit of a surprise for you guys as well. So I hope you guys are excited for that. And also, if you haven't already, please, if you have any questions for the Q&A, do send it either to the community tab. I do have like a post there for the celebration where you can submit your questions, or on my Instagram, or if you know me personally, you can of course DM me a question as well, and I will write it up on a list. But yeah, I'm going to answer 50 questions, so there's plenty of room for more. let's see. You're writing a lot in chat here where I'm just rambling. Since it was evil one shot, should we just kill the off the character because he go against Major? Yeah. That I'm cute and adorable. Thank you. That's very kind, very kind. I don't really agree, but thank you. Yeah, I do think that that person in that one shot probably didn't act really well. I mean, I wasn't there, but from what I'm reading, yeah, no one should feel like uncomfortable when just playing a game for fun. So yeah, I'm sorry you had to like go through that. Not very pleasant, it sounds like. That's the fun thing with dealing with people, I guess. Some are rotten eggs. A lot of people are rotten eggs, sadly. That's also like why I enjoy streaming here. Not because I meet a bunch of rotten eggs, but because I want to create like a safe space where people can hang out and just feel comfortable and just relax and have fun and a nice time. So I hope you guys are enjoying your stay here as much as I do. I enjoy hanging out with you guys a lot. I really, really do. But I thought it was our job to make you feel uncomfortable while playing. No, you're not making me feel uncomfortable. You are teasing me, and that's fine. I'm not that weak. I can take some teasing, like as long as it's good, like good-hearted teasing and not like mean-spirited. I can handle it. I can handle banter. That's perfectly fine. I met a rotten quill because you are not rotten quill. You are anything but. So the only egg here is Duder, though, isn't it? Yeah, but he's not a rotten egg. He's the good kind of egg. Anyway, guys, I feel like I'm just rambling. And my throat is getting a bit more tired, I feel. It's going to give out in a second. So, I'm going to wrap this up. But as I said, Final Fantasy VII on Thursday, and then the 50 subscriber celebration on Sunday. And the schedule is up on the community tab and on Instagram, so if you ever feel unsure, just check there. But yeah, I wish you all a lovely evening, everyone. Thank you so much for being here with me. I adore every one of you. So yeah, have a nice evening, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!